Welcome to a new segment that I'm going to be starting on this channel weekly called Tech Tips or Tech News of the Week. Now, if you know this channel, if you know me, you know I'm a big tech enthusiast. I help you, I provide you with tips and tricks with anything tech, whether it be related to photography, videography, gaming, everything, and all that in between, and so much more. And so this week was a pretty big week for PlayStation gamers. There was an event that happened about midway through the week. I want to say it was either on Wednesday or Thursday. And it was State of Play 2024 that Sony PlayStation had hosted. Now, coming from my point of view, I was actually really excited about this because when they announced it, I was like, okay, well, maybe we'll get some cool DLCs and we'll be able to see how technology is just really advanced. There were games that I was hoping to see that I didn't, and there were games that I wasn't expecting to see that I did, if that all makes sense. Now, was this event great to watch? Absolutely. I enjoyed it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I actually watched it alongside another content creator friend of mine, BS Sparks. Well, B Sparks Gaming. I'll put a link somewhere to his channel up there for you. But and to say it wasn't underwhelming, very much so. This is something that, I hate to say, I know I said this, and I got to acknowledge this. You guys know how I did that video on the, tech experts' reaction to the mini Apple event. This is how I feel about the State of Play as well. Now, don't get me wrong. There was a few games on the State of Play that I actually thought looked pretty cool. But really, Sony, you could have just done a press release of this. You didn't have to do a whole spiel, a whole event about this, because a lot of these were games that not everyone's going to play. Now, you're probably thinking in your mind, well, Tony, how does this relate to tech? Well, this relates to tech in a few ways. Growing up in my, if I can get the words out of my mouth, when I was growing up, games were a big part of my life. I was always telling my family, you know where I'm going to be. I'm going to be in the electronics. So they knew that I was a big tech geek. And at the time, I thought graphics were pretty good. And at the time, and for their time of day, they were actually pretty good. I grew up playing games like Tomb Raider. I grew up playing games like Twisted Metal, Dynasty Warriors, all these great games. And at the time, the graphics were amazing. And for the technology that, these developers had at the time, it was pretty impressive. But then you fast forward to now, and some of these games, oh my gosh, they look so realistic. It looks like it's a movie that you're playing instead. And that's what I love most about this, is that the technology is so advanced now. I never thought of a day that I would be able to play a game on this guy right here, my phone, or that I'd be able to take a PlayStation, and I'll talk about some accessories with PlayStation, on the go with me, or I could play some stuff with GeForce now. There's so many cool technological advances that have happened, and I'm just nerding out about it. And you guys are probably thinking this guy's a nerd. And hey, I am a nerd. I love tech. I love tech. But really quickly, I want to show you guys. I'm going to share my screen with you guys. So this is Sony. This is PlayStation's YouTube channel, and so there's a game that I wanted to show you guys that I was actually thoroughly impressed with. I was really excited for it, and it was this one right here. It's called Behemoth. Look how cool that is.
I thought I could be a hero and break the curse. But I was a fool.
Look at that technology, how that was so realistic.
There is no hope here. And the gods that walk among us thirst for death.
Oh, it's so cool.
Outsider! Your head is mine!
Look at those graphics.
The poison in my veins begs me to kill.
I'll put you in the ground!
that. I mean, oh man, the game looks
The
beautiful.
power of our God is immeasurable.
Thought I could be a hero. But heroes don't survive the Forsaken Lands. Only monsters do.
It actually looks really cool. Now, yeah. Look how gorgeous that looks. And that's all because of the advanced technology we have. It's just okay, so obviously you get what I mean, you know, with the way technology was like, I mean, I grew up in a time of day in an era, I guess, where like, you know, I grew up playing like Tomb Raider, I grew up playing Twisted Metal, I grew up playing the first Call of Duty games and Medal of Honor games, Dynasty Warriors. And at the time, the technology was as far as it could be, and the graphics at the time were amazing. You know, with the way that the technology was going, we all knew that it was just going to get even better. And then when Halo dropped, you know, everyone was just like, jaws were basically on the ground if this was a cartoon. And it's because the technology had advanced so much. But then you fast forward to now with these kind of games. This is a PS virtual reality. Now, do I have one of these? No. But it's so cool to know that like you can be in VR playing a game and feel like you're just in the midst of the game, like that you're in, you know, that you're fighting those bad guys, those monsters and everything, that you're shooting those arrows. And that's so cool. And I love the fact that like even with it, like there's other games and there's other ways that people have improved. Just give me one sec while I pull up another one. And I was actually thoroughly impressed with this one as well. And this is a game that I'm actually looking forward to a lot. And I'm actually probably going to be streaming this game. And I'm actually might even invite some of you guys to come play with me. This is so real quickly, full disclosure, as you know, I'm a nerd. Like I am a complete tech nerd. I geek out on tech. I geek out on videography, photography, all that, and in between, and so much more. But I'm also a comic book nerd. And this next game that they showed a trailer from, is a game that I'm thoroughly excited for. So, without further ado, let me share my screen. Look at that technology.
All realities converge here. Destiny awaits.
Okay, full disclosure. I mean, guys, look at that. Look how pretty that is. That is because of the advancements in technology. And I love how advanced technology has come. And so it makes me so excited for the future. Oh my gosh. Maybe we'll have like holograms in the future and everything. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Make sure you tell me in the comments below if you think that'd be cool. All right, continue on.
Stronger together.
It's so cool.
Who needs a power up? Free fire zone.
So if this was to come out in the 90s, let's say like late 90s, early 2000s, these graphics would have been okay, but they wouldn't have been where they need to be for this game, for it to see how beautiful it is, if that makes sense to you. It makes sense to me, but continuing on.
Embrace the chaos.
Insignificant mass. Healing power.
I'm back, baby.
3, 2, 1, blast off!
Spider-Man. Always a fan favorite.
Gonna get sticky. Feel the wrath of the goddess.
It's so gorgeous.
Okay, let's see how mankind has conquered space.
And see, there's an early beta. I'm definitely going to be trying that early beta. But you guys really get the point with this. Like, technology is all around us. You know, the fact that I have a smartwatch on right now, which has Snoopy, tells you like how advanced technology is. You know, the fact that like I can play Xbox, the original Xbox games on this and still have the great resolution I did back then, but on a mobile device is amazing. You know, my older brother was here the end of May around like Mother's Day. He was visiting for a few weeks, and he was playing Knights of the Old Republic. If you know what that game is, he was playing that game on a Nintendo Switch. And there was, you know, when that game first came out, me and him played the heck out of that game. We were crazy about it because we loved how far the tech had come in the game, and that the storyline was amazing, the graphics were amazing, everything about the game was amazing. And the fact that he was able to just sit there and play on his Switch is so cool to me. And in fact, especially with like, you know, you have these other things. And if you guys want me to go into depth about this, make sure you tell me in the comments below, like different mobile ways you can play like Xbox games and everything due to the advances in technology, because I would love to talk to you about that. There, I've mentioned a few of them, you know, GeForce Now. There's so many other creative ways that technology has improved gaming and has improved people's lives in general. You know, I could even do a video on like how it has saved countless medical patients' lives. You know, that same brother, he is a research scientist at out in Portland, Oregon, and the advancements in technology are so advanced now that they are finding more and more ways to help people live better, more healthier lives. And this is just like a quick glimpse of some of the stuff that people have been able to construct due to the advancements of technology. And honestly, like, I mean, what's not to like about this? I mean, yeah, some people say like, oh, well, video games are for little kids. There are video games out there that have been invented and created by medical experts to help people with ADD, ADHD, help kids with, you know, different other conditions. There's so many cool things that have happened because of the advancements of technology, and the fact that you can play a game just to help you improve your life is so fascinating to me. It's so cool to see how, you know, going from the health experts side of things, like, you know, if a doctor was on, if he decided to go take a vacation to Florida and he lived in like California, he could still do a Skype or a Zoom call with his patient and still be able to get their prescriptions for them, you know, do a checkup with them and say, hey, how are you doing? And I mean, we think back to COVID. You know, I'm a college student and everything went remote. All my classes were via Zoom. And that's all because advancements in technology. And PlayStation has taken all this and they've utilized it to their best efforts. There's one more trailer that I want to show you guys. And I was so excited when I saw this because I loved the first one. I'm just going to pull it up real quick and let me share my screen. beautiful. That's so gorgeous. This is actually how the game plays. This is what you were. This is how the game will look when you play it. See? I mean, look how cool that is to the tech.
What did you say your name was?
That's cool. I'm so far. I'm just astonished. So cool. Okay, real quick, chat, real quick, guys. When I was a kid, this was only a dream to see technology this advanced, to see how games had come this far. Because honestly, this is impressive. When I first saw this trailer for the first time, I was blown away with how cool it was. Yes, I do have a PlayStation 5, and that's why I'm excited to play that. But really, honestly, to me, tech has influenced so many aspects of my life. The fact that I can go to the gym and listen to music, the fact that I can watch a TV show on my phone, the fact that I can watch a movie on my phone, or the fact that I can look at my watch and see Snoopy fighting crime is so impressive to me as a tech enthusiast, as a tech expert. And this isn't just going to be like a once a week thing. Like, I'm going to be doing this at least twice a week. So coming later this week, we're going to be talking about different accessories that you can get with technology that will help you improve your PlayStation gaming. There's a lot of different accessories you can get. There's some that I would highly recommend. So make sure you stay tuned for that. And then next week, we have the big Apple event that's coming. And I'm going to be covering everything Apple and with that. So make sure you're subscribed to this channel. And I will see you in the next video.